Hi, my enrichment travelers. Welcome to another enrichment class. We always have fun in here. I hope you enjoyed that book, The Adventures of Taxi Dog. I just love that dog. I love the dog. I love all his adventures. I love how he's so friendly with the taxi cab driver. I just love everything. How about all those rhyming words? Did you listen for all those rhyming words? Try to remember them and try to think of what words rhyme together. So today for our art project, we are going to be doing the city landscape. We're going to be doing the city and we're going to be making a taxi. But before we do that, let's go over our shapes, just as a little review. So these are some of the shapes that we're going to be using in our cityscape. All right, let's see. What shape is this? Correct, a square, 4 equal sides. This is a good rectangle. 3 sides is a good job, triangle. Then we have no sides, circle. Good. Oh, this is a little tricky. 5 sides. This is a pentagon. Good job. This is a diamond. Oval. Good job. Now, if you are in my class in school, we have one of these tables that we sit at. It has 8 sides. An octagon. Good. You guys are good at these shapes. All right, these 2 shapes are up in the sky. This is a crescent. Some of you call it a moon, a crescent moon. And this shape is up in the sky. A star. Excellent. And this shape is something to remind you that Mrs. Weston, Mrs. Only, and Mrs. Clark miss you a lot and love, love, love you all. All right. So what I did first is I cut out a bunch of shapes. So you can cut out a bunch of shapes. Cut out your rectangles, your squares. Just cut shapes. Even if they're not some of the shapes that I showed you, you can use any shapes you want. So then what I did is I took my shapes that I cut out and I glued them on a piece of paper. I used blue, but you can use whatever colors you want. And you can see all the shapes that I used. I used rectangles and squares and the crescent moon and the stars and a triangle. So these were all the shapes that I used to make the city. Then I went back and I made my taxi cab. And for the taxi cab, I used some different shapes. I used some circles and I used another rectangle and squares and an oval and squares here for my taxi. You make your taxi whatever way you want with whatever shapes you want. Then what I did is I took my taxi and I glued it onto my city scene. Remember what I always say, a little dab will do you. You don't need a whole bunch of glue. So I'm gonna put that in my city. So now I have my taxi cab in my city. And the words underneath says, taxi cab, will you take me to? Please take me to. And then you say, where do you wanna go? So you fill in the blank. You fill in the blank as to where you want to go. You tell the taxi driver, please take me to where? Where do you want to go? When you have your picture done and when you have your sentence complete, send a picture of your work to Mrs. Weston so we can see where everybody is going in their taxi. Enjoy your taxi ride. See you next week.